I came down on the Aurora Australis icebreaker in October last year. So I was the ship's doctor for the voyage down south, and I've so far been the doctor on station probably a little over 8 months now. Since we all left Australia prior to the coronavirus outbreak, there were no specific public health measures in place at that time. It has been such a strange and a very surreal experience to observe the pandemic outbreak from down in Antarctica. We realise that we are some of the very few on the planet who are essentially unaffected by COVID-19, and so we find ourselves living in this parallel world where, despite being in Antarctica, life just goes on as normal for us. Of course, everyone has had concerns about the health and well-being of those back home. We're not immune to the same, anxieties that a lot of other people are probably experiencing because of the pandemic and the way that it's taken its grip. And that can be quite hard to manage, not only as individuals but also as a community when you are so alienated from this global disaster. In saying that, we do feel quite safe here in Antarctica. Safe is a very fluid term because Antarctica is such a dangerous place, but we feel very safe being removed from the COVID-19 virus. Antarctica is the only COVID-free continent, and it's very important that it remains that way. I imagine this is going to be a huge challenge for all national Antarctic programs over the next 12 months or so. There's only 24 of us here. I'm the only medically trained person. I have 4 lay surgical assistants to assist me. One's a plumber, a carpenter, I have a diesel mechanic and a fitter and turner. But ultimately, if we had one very unwell person, particularly with a severe respiratory illness, it would overwhelm the station. When everyone here was informed of the decision to have to stay another 4 months for an extra summer season, there were definitely mixed responses. It wasn't a complete surprise given what we had come to know and what we were observing from flow-on effects from around the world with regards to shipping and aviation changes, but it did hit some expeditioners quite hard. Ultimately, this is something beyond our control, and I think we really have to view this as an additional opportunity to just make the most of this beautiful place. The reality is that we will come home to a different world, but we are trying to not let that consume us whilst we're trying to enjoy life on this frozen continent. We'll take it day by day. It's obviously a very rapidly evolving situation in Australia and across the world. So all we can try and do is make the most of being here and see what it has in store when we kind of get back off the ship. Yeah, can we shake hands? Can we do that? Can I give my mum a hug? What are we allowed to do? I've got this feeling that I'm going to get off the ship and give my mum a hug and then get arrested. Is that going to happen? I don't know. It's what we think about.